Squirt.
Bainbridge. Attention.
Drop. Half. Three-quarters. Full build 5. Hits.
The penultimate race for today, today's podcast and today's competition is the women's lightweight 8, and it is just getting underway. The far end of the course here at Nathan Benderson Park. It's Mount St. Joseph in lane 1, Cincinnati Juniors in lane 2, Miami Beach in lane 3, Wayland West in lane 4, City Island lane 5, Bainbridge Island Rowing in lane 6. The next to last race of the competition, the women's lightweight 8, and if all the previous races are any indication, this will be one heck of a race too, right, Lindsay?
6 boats across still as we take off, and again, we keep saying it, too early in the race to really call anything, because as we've seen, a lot of lead changes happen throughout the day here. A lot of things occurring first half, second half of the race, really in that third 500 where things really start to go, wow, almost where did they come from sometimes? So we do see that Wayland Weston is out in front a little bit. Definitely have had multiple boats here in heavyweight events, lightweight events here, so not surprising to see them out in front a little bit. But again, all of these boats across in this women's lightweight final.
City Island from the Bronx, New York, they're in lane 5, sticking with the pack. Lanes 1 through 4 in close proximity. City Island not far behind, and Bainbridge Island rowing lightweight. They're in lane 6 as they pass through the 500-meter mark. We'll see how the splits look, but it is an early lead for Wayland Weston there, Dave.
Wayland Weston out in front, but everybody's still connected. So even the 6th place boat connected with Wayland Weston as they come through 500 meters, and they start thinking about what are you going to do in the middle part of this race before we get to the crowd and we start hearing the crowd and we know that it's time to maybe, as we were talking about earlier, sort of black out and just put the power on and finish the race. But Wayland Weston, you can see there at 500 meters with a little bit more than a second advantage over Miami Beach, City Island in 3rd, Cincinnati Juniors 4th, Mount St. Joseph 5th, Bainbridge Island in 6th place. But this is the C final of the women's lightweight 8, and you see out in front it continues to be the orange and burgundy of Wayland Weston, but you see other boats right there in the mix. Actually beautiful, interesting paint scheme on that pink boat in lane 5 from City Island, and they are right there basically dead level with lanes 2 and 3, Cincinnati Juniors and Miami Beach, about a half a length behind Wayland Weston.
Sitting 146, bring it down. We're gonna get that split down using hips. Hips, nice. 1, hit it strong. 2, power through. Nice catch, Korzanowski. 4 on Miami. That's it, Morgan. You have Coxswain of Wayland Weston now. Holding on. Girls, we have 2nd place locked and secure. Holding it clean, about to break through.
All right, looking back, it's still Wayland Weston out in front, and it's almost the same exact shot that we had, except that the only bow that's kind of dropped back at all from the shot we had about 300 meters ago is Miami Beach in that blue shell. So now it's more Cincinnati Juniors and the boat from City Island, and they've actually closed the gap a little bit on Wayland Weston. Wayland Weston with maybe not quite the advantage they had. You see the sign at 1,000, so we're halfway through. Time to regroup for these crews and think about what they're going to do in the second half. The Coxswain and the Wayland Weston boat has to say, look, you won to the halfway point. Let's win the second half, or at least hold on to our advantage and get across that finish line and finish 13th in the nation.
Just about 0.6 of a second between Wayland Weston and City Island in second, and then another second and a half back to the Cincinnati Juniors. That's still a very, very tight race when you're talking about the length of these 8. And here they come into the second half of the race, that crucial third 500 where the race strategy, where the lactose is building up in the muscles, the beginning to feel the burn, the breathing is very labored, and they're trying to continue to pump oxygen to those muscles to keep them working strong and fast. And this is when the make or break happens usually in a rowing race. And boy, they are really flying down the course right now.
Seeing these 8s like this, being so close as we've seen for the last couple of 8s events come down the course, you know, getting this many people in a one hall together to work together the way that it is. This is really the event that makes people that don't know much about rowing look at rowing and go, gosh, it really is a team sport, because it takes all 9 of the athletes in the hall to make it go. And when you're in the meat of that third 500, every single person needs to go, hey, we're doing this together, because it's a lot of boat to move. You can't do it by yourself. You must listen to what your coxswain is saying. You must know what your plan is and commit to it. No matter how you are feeling, you are committed to shoving that hole down the race course as fast as you possibly can.
Girls, we need it. We're going to hit it with legs down. Press, swing. Last 500 right now. Since he's taking their move, do not let them come. Hold them off. Good. I'm on 5 seat. Hold the rhythm. That's God's whistle. We are pressing for everyone in this boat. Pressing for Guy, for team at home, for the parents here supporting us. Good, Danny, you have coxswain of Waylon Weston. Pass her up. Pass her up. Stand up. Good.
It is City Island pouring it on right now, trying to catch up with Waylon Weston. Miami in there, Cincinnati in there as well. If you look on the far side of the course, Mount St. Joseph trying to tag along as they move forward, but it's City Island is on the move, trying to overtake and pass Waylon Weston and win the C final for the women's lightweight 8. Right now, it looks like a dogfight between the City Island and Waylon Weston boat, with Miami and Cincinnati fighting next to Miami Beach and Cincinnati fighting for third next to them. So we'll have to see how it shakes out as they come down and start to pull hard and enter those red buoys in the final 250 meters. Hearing the roar of the crowd, Waylon Weston trying to pull hard and stay in front of City Island, but City Island's trying to fight its way forward. Waylon Weston may have an advantage, David.
Yeah, Waylon Weston, I think, just found another gear, so they were starting to get caught by City Island. They found another gear, but now City Island might be moving a little bit quicker than Waylon Weston on the race course, so it's going to come down to it. It's the last 15 strokes to the line for these crews. What's it going to be? Is it going to be the orange of Waylon Weston staying in front of the pink from City Island? I think it probably is going to be that. And then look at the race between Miami Beach and Cincinnati Juniors. Miami Beach was sitting behind Cincinnati Juniors, and they are going to go ahead and finish ahead of Cincinnati Juniors for third place. The Cincinnati comes across in 4th place. 5th place, Mount St. Joseph in the beautiful purple boat. And in 6th place is the boat closest to us from Bainbridge Island. But it was Waylon Weston, really start to finish, and holding off a very gallant charge at various points in the race from City Island, then ahead of 3rd place, Miami Beach.